you are needing a little bit of excitement and entertainment in your life and you're feeling a little bored, this is the full moon for you. Welcome back, my holistic soul sisters. It's me, Mandy Rose, your relational astrologer. We're gonna dive in today all about the full moon in Leo happening on February 5th. Like I do with all my new and full moon videos, first we dive into what is the energy of the zodiac sign that this full moon is happening in so we can really understand what's going on at this time. Then we will dive into the specifics of this full moon happening right here and now in 2023. And at the end of all my full and new moon videos, I give you rituals and activities you can do around this time to maximize this energy and implement it in your life. So with that being said, this is going to be a full moon full of energy, full of drama, full of unexpected, shocking surprises, and we will get into all of that in this video. But first, let's go ahead and start out with the basics. This full moon in Leo is happening on February 5th of 2023 at 16 degrees of Leo. And that is exact at 1:28 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So go ahead and adjust that for your time zone. Now at 16 degrees, that means we have the sun at 16 degrees of Aquarius, because it is Aquarius season, and the moon directly opposite of the sun in Aquarius in Leo at 16 degrees as well. Now something to remember is this is the fifth full moon in a row at 16 degrees. And we have one more next month, the full moon in Virgo, that's also going to be at 16 degrees. So if you have any planets in your birth chart at the 16 degree spot of any zodiac sign, one of these full moons has impacted you. So go ahead and look for that within your birth chart. So what does this mean for us? Well, 16 degrees is right in the middle of any zodiac sign. See, every zodiac sign has 0 to 30 degree points. And with 16 being right in the middle, all of these full moons have been solidifying, right? Making something permanent because it's in its full power right in the middle of that zodiac sign. And so with it being in the zodiac sign of Leo, we have to truly understand what Leo energy embodies before we can even talk about the full moon happening in Leo in 2023. So what is Leo energy? Well, first and foremost, Leo is a fire sign, right? And all the fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, have boldness to it. They have a sense of leadership and independence. They have a sense of being creative and being passionate, right? Think of fire. It just burns. It just does what it wants and it takes over. Leo is that energy of the lion, represented by the lion, meaning it wants to be seen, it wants to be heard, it wants to roar, it wants to be recognized for its amazing qualities. So whenever Leo energy is being impacted in the sky by either a full or new moon or by one of the planets, it is really calling attention to our desire to be praised and recognized, to be given attention for the things that make us unique and make us special. Now, Leo is ruled by the sun. And if you go outside and feel the energy of the sun on your skin, it brings heat, it brings you life, it brings you vitality, right? It illuminates everything around us. When the sun is out, we don't see any other planets or stars in the sky. It's all about the sun. And that's exactly what Leo energy is. It brings the heat, it brings the passion, it brings the vitality, it brings that life force energy of like, I'm here, look at me. And it also brings that radiance, right? It shines so bright. If you know someone in your life that is a Leo, sun, moon, or rising, the world seems to revolve around them, just like the world revolves around the sun. They seem to just take over when they walk into a room, right? They radiate and shine so bright like the sun that you can't see anyone else in the room. So remembering that this is a full moon, and when we get to full moons are peaks. They're apex points. The moon cannot get any brighter in the sky when it hits the full moon spot. And so this is a time of releasing, of letting go, of shedding light, of recognizing and seeing something that we couldn't see before. Right? When there's a full moon outside in the middle of the night, you can see things in your yard and in the street that you would not be able to see clearly if it wasn't a full moon. So right now, we are seeing things in the Leo area of our life so brightly. Every time we have a full moon, it's about what is blocking you, what is preventing you from moving forward, what is stopping you from shining bright, from radiating. And it's time to release and purge and let that go because we've reached the peak. We've reached the culmination point that it cannot go on like this any longer. And now we have to start shedding things that prevent us from shining bright like the sun, that prevent us from roaring with confidence and being seen and praised and recognized. Another thing to understand with Leo energy is that it has this grandiose, overconfident, self-absorbed energy. This is not necessarily bad. Nothing in astrology is good or bad. It is a positive thing for us to have a healthy sense of self-worth, a healthy sense of confidence, right? That allows us to go for our dreams, that allows us to be bold, to take risks, to be seen, and to step on that stage. So this is really a time for us to feel that energy and to step into our ability to be a little extra confident at this time. So if something is blocking you in your life, or you need that little bit of pep in your step, this is a great full moon to kind of overcome that obstacle. Another thing to understand about Leo energy is it's all about the heart. It is the heart-centered sign. So there's a lot of compassion with Leo energy. It just wants to help everyone radiate. It just wants to help everyone be seen and praised and recognized. And so there is a little bit of this grand-esque energy that comes with Leo, because it's like, I want you to shine as bright as I shine. So if you're not ready to shine bright, let me shine a spotlight on you, or let me go first and show you how it's done. So this is just, like I said, an overall great energy to pay attention to at the time of this full moon. And another thing to understand with Leo is that it's very childlike, not in an Aries toddler under 7 way, but in a childlike play. Leo is the sign of our inner child. So being able to have fun just for the joy of it. Where in your life are you blocking your own self from having more fun? Where are you neglecting your hobbies and the things that light you up for too serious of things, of too many routines, of too much structure? Where can you let go and release at this full moon to have more fun, games, hobbies, entertainment, like going to play with life instead of always having to do in life? So that's something I challenge you to look at the time of this full moon. And lastly, with Leo energy comes a sense of creativity. All the fire signs have a lot of passion behind them, and Leo really is all about creating through self-expression, by needing to be your authentic self, to be the lion in the jungle that everyone wants to come look at. You express that through your creativity. So there's an opportunity at the time of this full moon to really tap into what makes you you, what makes you special, and how do you express that? How do you radiate that out into the world? Is that through words and podcasting and writing? Is that through the way that you dress in your fashion? Is that in the way that you dance, or in the way you exercise? Is it in the way that you paint or draw, or any way that you can be creative and express your true heart? That is very much about the Leo lion energy. So now that we better understand Leo energy, we can go ahead and dive into the specifics of this full moon in Leo happening in 2023. So with that, we're going to go ahead and pull up the chart here. And remember, the energy that we're feeling overview is that there's going to be a lot of unexpected, jolting surprises. There's going to be a lot of words thrown around that can be entertaining, a little gossipy, a little extra, a little grand, a little over the top. And so if you are bored, like I mentioned, if you are needing some entertainment, if you're needing some more fun in your life, this full moon is definitely going to provide a show, and it's definitely going to get you out of your comfort zone like, whoa. So how do we know that? Well, let's go ahead and break it all down. First things first, we have to find the sun and we have to find the moon in the chart. Like I mentioned earlier, the sun is over in Aquarius at 16 degrees, the moon directly opposite in the sky at 16 degrees of Leo. Now, because Leo is ruled by the sun, it's important to really understand what the sun is up to at the time of this full moon. And the sun is currently in the zodiac sign of Aquarius. We are in the middle, 16 degrees of 30, in the middle of Aquarius season. So if you have your 2023 Retrograde Astrology journal, you're going to want to make sure that you already filled out your journal prompt for Aquarius season. That's on page 15. When the sun is in Aquarius, this is an opportunity for this 4 weeks for us to really embrace this energy as the sun lights us up and radiates in the sky, on our skin, on our eyes, in our life, this Aquarius constellation that it's in front of. And what does that mean? Well, during Aquarius season, we are called to be more authentic, to be more in alignment with our truth, to be a little rebellious, to break out of society's norms, to step into your true desire, your authenticity. See, Aquarius is the crazy inventor of the zodiac. It is the alien. It is stepping out of society's little box and doing what's right for you. So we're all kind of feeling that energy right now. And again, at the time of this full moon, there are no active retrogrades. So we are really stepping out there and we're really trying to make progress in our life. And as the sun is in Aquarius, we're trying to do that in an authentic way that works for us, not the way tradition has it, not the way other people desire it for us, but truly our authentic way of living our life moving forward. So that's what the sun is up to right now, right? And then the moon in Leo is illuminating our ability to be more confident, to be more seen, to be more recognized, to step on stage, to be fearless, to go after those dreams, to express ourselves creatively in a unique way for ourselves, and to have more play and fun while we do it. So that's just the full moon energy at this time. But at the time of this full moon, I said there's sudden, jolting, unexpected surprises, and that's due to the fact that the full moon is in a square with Uranus. And we remember Uranus is the life coach that says, choose change before change chooses you, meaning if you're not willing to make the change and you need to make the change, Uranus comes in and jolts you awake, has a lightning bolt surprise waiting around the corner for you that pushes you to take the leap, to take the risk, and to move forward. So whenever we have squares in astrology, they're hard aspects. Uranus is in a square to the moon and it's in a square to the sun. And so we call that in astrology a T-square. T-square energy between these zodiac signs is calling us to really be brave, be unique, be rebellious, be Uranus, be liberating and taking your shackles off and breaking out of your norm, to step into your light, your Leo, sun, shine, radiate from your core in an authentic self-expression way, your unique alien self of Aquarius. Now, in addition to that, we can see where Uranus is in the sky. It is really close to the North Node. We've been talking about the eclipses in Taurus and Scorpio all of 2022, and it's still active in 2023. And that means if we have a T-square with Uranus, the sun and the moon are also making a loose square to the nodes of destiny. So what's happening at the time of this full moon is we are halfway between eclipse season. Remember, we had an eclipse cycle back in the fall, in October and November, and the next eclipse season is happening at the end of April into May. And this full moon in Leo is the halfway point. So what in your life is needing to be changed? Where are you in transition that's been going on already in 2022? What came up in the fall that was maybe surprising or jolting or unexpected that was moving you and pushing you towards your destiny? See, Uranus is in Taurus, where the North Node is. This is the energy we're being called to. This is where new things are happening in your life. And it's opposite the South Node in Scorpio. And that's the area of life that we're releasing and we're letting go of and we're shedding and we're purging and we're moving on from. So we have this T-square with Uranus and a T-square with the North Node, which also makes a T-square to the opposite side of the chart where the South Node is. And this creates a total square in astrology between all the fixed zodiac signs. And being halfway through eclipse season and Uranus directly involved with this full moon is it's helping illuminate, to helping us see bright and see clearly where we don't normally see, and giving us the aha moment, the sudden jolting surprise. Now remember, as you're speaking your truth, as you're stepping into your confidence, as you're shining a little bit brighter and you're removing things in your life that block your confidence and block your ability to step forward in the next chapter, that might be jolting to other people. That might be surprising to the people around you, right? So also understand, as other people in your life are having this same energy imprinted upon them, they too may be stepping into being more confident and wanting to be seen and wanting to be praised and taking a leap, a risk into the next chapter of their life. And that might be jolting to you. That might be surprising to you. Now, as a relational astrologer, I always have to bring up how this is going to affect your relationships. So by understanding this energy and understanding around the time of this full moon, if you are getting surprises and you are getting entertained, if you are being shocked by what other people are doing and saying, that's the energy of this full moon, helping people take a step forward in their life. So with that all being said, like I mentioned, it activates all four corners of the square of the fixed signs: Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, and Scorpio. But this square has not always been given equal attention. What does that mean? Well, the North Node has been in Taurus and the South Node has been in Scorpio all of 2022. And Saturn has been in Aquarius since December of 2020. So 3 corners of this square have been getting a lot of attention in the sky, a lot of astro weather happening in those 3 corners, but poor Leo has gotten absolutely no attention. It's the missing puzzle piece in our life. It's the missing area of our life that is getting influenced by the rest of the areas of life. And now at the full moon, when the moon is shining brightest, when it's illuminating in an area that's traditionally been dark most of 2022, we're able to see the Leo area of our life more clearly. We're able to now assess all of the eclipse energy that's happened to us and all of the Saturn lessons that's been happening to us, how that's been impacting the Leo area of our life. It's just this culmination point, right? The full moon's a culmination where we're like, oh my gosh, all the newness here and all the releasing and letting go and all the lessons I've been learning here have really changed and impacted this area, but I didn't even realize it until now. And if I want to shine brighter in this area, if I want to have more confidence, if I want to be more like the lion, if I want to be more fearless and bold and leap forward, because we're halfway through eclipse season and I want to step into my destiny, I have to acknowledge how much this area has changed. And if that's a little bit over your head in astrology, you really have to kind of know your birth chart and what areas of life that Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Leo rule for you. And I can help you break that down. We can either do a full birth chart reading and help you truly understand your full chart. We can talk about the astro weather coming up and how 2023 is impacting your chart. Or we can just do a really quick 30-minute reading talking about these 4 corners, the 4 parts of this fixed square in your chart, and where you're destined to move forward, North Node, Eclipse, and Taurus, the South Node where you're releasing in Scorpio, the lessons you've learned in Aquarius, and then how that's impacting your Leo house. So let me know. You can reach out in the description box below to book one of those readings. But this is really important to understand because this Leo energy is getting illuminated right now, this area of our life. And this summer, we're going to have Venus doing a retrograde here in Leo. And Venus is the planet of love, of beauty, of harmony, of making our life more pleasurable. And this area of Leo has not gotten a lot of attention in the sky. And Venus is going to stop there for 5 months this summer. She usually only spends about 3 weeks in each zodiac sign, and then she moves on. So we don't get a whole lot of beautification and pleasure from Venus on a year-to-year basis in each area of life. But now in 2023, over the summer, we're going to get 5 months of her making this area more beautiful, more pleasurable, more harmonious with a retrograde where we're going to edit out anything that doesn't align with what makes our life more beautiful in the Leo area of life. So pay attention to this energy. It's going to circle back around. We are in a full moon in Leo right now. We are going to have a new moon, a new beginning in this area of life in the summer when we have that new moon in Leo around the time of that Venus retrograde. So again, if you have your retrograde journal, you're going to want to open up to the full moon in Leo on page 19 and fill out your journal prompts because you're going to reflect back at the full moon in Leo in the summer and see with your responses what you were needing to let go of. What chapter of life were you in? So you can find all of that in that retrograde journal I provide you with as a point of reflection. To bring it back to the energy we're experiencing under this full moon, there's a lot of fire. There's a lot of intensity. The reason I say that is because 1, the moon is in Leo, which is a fire sign. We have Jupiter in Aries, which is a fire sign. And then we have Mars, which is the fiery planet, which is the planet of being the warrior, the masculine, of taking action. And Mars is finally out of retrograde. He's back in full power. He's making moves. He's picking up steam. And he is in a sextile to this full moon. Sextiles are great. Sextiles are harmonious aspects. That is when the planet is supporting this full moon energy. It's supporting the full moon, bringing up this confidence and blocks to our self-worth. It is bringing up the support of Uranus, jolting us and surprising us and giving us aha moments and helping us move forward to our destiny because we're halfway between eclipse seasons with the nodes of destiny involved. And Mars is going to be the planet that helps us take action. It's in support of this energy. And Mars, again, like I said, was in retrograde for so long. Mars, the masculine, hates to be in retrograde. It only happens every 2 years. And so we've been blocked. We've been stuck. We haven't been able to take action. We've been irritable. We've been just struggling with even just energy. that we haven't been able to move forward in our life, but now Mars is out of retrograde, and so he is fiery as well, making moves in the left lane, gas pedal. Let's do the thing. Let's get over the block. Let's get over the confidence issues. Let's get over the self-worth issues. Let's get over the fear. Let's roar. Let's be seen. Let's be praised. Let's be recognized. Let's do it, says Mars in support of this full moon. However, Mars is not making a very great aspect or not having a good relationship with Venus at this time. And that is, as a relational astrologer, something I do need to bring up with you. Venus represents what we love and who we love and how we love. She represents the areas of our life that we find beautiful or pleasurable, like our money, our finances, our material possessions, what we do for hobbies and fun, creative adventures. So Mars is still in Gemini at 11 degrees of Gemini, and Venus is in a square at 12 degrees of Pisces at the time of this full moon. Now, Venus loves being in Pisces. She's finally happy. She's sure been through hell in the astrology for the last year. If you caught my Venus's Journey video, she's really been through it lately. And she finally made it to Pisces, a place that she's exalted, a place that she loves, back on January 27th. And she is just living large, just dreamy and enjoying some romance and just bringing just a little bit of pleasure into our lives. Now, Mars, on the other hand, is in Gemini, which is the mind, which is our words. And so this contention is we're trying to be dreamy, we're trying to be romantic, we're trying to make our life more beautiful, we're trying to find pleasure, we're trying to find joy. And Mars is over here where he's being a little rebellious. He's using his words. So we are trying to find pleasure by kind of speaking too harshly, speaking too boldly, saying things that maybe come out wrong. So be very careful at this time in your relationships that there might be a little tension. People might be gossiping. Mars in Gemini is a little bit of a gossip queen. He's a little bit of saying too much at all the wrong times. And that can affect our Venus, our desire to just have some pleasure in our lives, to be a little dreamy, to be a little romantic. And so there might be some tension at this time. And that can go one of two ways. Either it can be a fun, heated debate where it kind of gets a little deep, but you're bantering and it may come out with a few things that are a little harsh, but you got to let it go. Or it may turn into this like deep, intense kind of erotic or secrets coming out or saying things that are just a little too below the belt because you're just too intensely with this fire energy and this Uranus sudden jolting unexpected energy where it can just get a little contentious or a little scandalous. So be very careful with that. Now, with that, we also have Mercury in the sky next to Pluto. Now, Mercury, remember, is the planet of our mind. What we're learning, what we're experiencing, what we're communicating, what we're trying to understand. And Pluto is the god of the underworld. Pluto rules secrets and the things unseen, the things below the surface. Pluto is all about like what you don't really see but exists anyways. And Mercury, our mind, at the time of this full moon is in complete alignment of researching, of digging, now that he's out of retrograde, now that he's back in his full power, now that he's trying to investigate and figure out what the heck is going on here so I can take action and move forward. He's in alignment with Pluto. So we might be uncovering some secrets. We might be uncovering some things that we didn't want to admit were there because now it's a full moon and things are illuminated. We might be Mars in Gemini expressing ourselves in ways that are unexpected. We might be learning secrets, like I said, this gossiping in your social groups, because Mercury's involved with Pluto. So he's going to uncover the truth. He's going to get a little scandalous in trying to discover what is not being said. And people might just be volunteering those things. So again, Uranus is involved. So it's sudden, it's jolting, it's unexpected. Like I said, this full moon energy is bringing the fire, is bringing the entertainment. It's not bad. There is no alignments here that's like hard lessons and challenges. I mean, we do have Saturn that's very close to the sun. You know, Saturn is still in Aquarius, but he's ready to leave Aquarius. So he's kind of like final lessons. Let's wrap it up. Let's move on. But overall, it's just going to be like, whoa, didn't see that coming. Or, oh, damn, I really needed to know that before I make that decision. Or, wow, people are really popping off at this time. So just pay attention, roll with this energy. I hope that I help you make sense of it before it happens. Again, go ahead and fill out all the stuff in your retrograde journal where I help you understand this full moon a little bit deeper. I give you crystals and herbs and the chakra that you can use and work on around the time of this full moon. And of course, in the retrograde journal, I always give you a moon ritual to do. It's a little bit more in depth. So with that being said, let's transition and let's talk about some activities and rituals you can do around the time of this full moon to really maximize this energy in your life. So first things first, if you are looking for some entertainment, if you are bored, if you are stuck in your life and you are just needing a little bit of fun, get out and socialize. Number one, get out there, socialize with people, get with friends, and again, watch the chaos happen, laugh it off, joke it off. People are gonna be saying things and you're gonna be discovering things and people are gonna be all over the place. So if you're bored, get out there and socialize. It's a great time for that energy. Leo's gonna be having some people wanting to step on stage. People are gonna be saying things they don't necessarily mean. There's going to be a little bit of banter. There's going to be some people being overconfident, over boisterous, a little extra, a little grand. That's what Leo energy does and brings to us, especially at the time of a full moon where it's in its peak fullness in the sky. So get out there and socialize if you need a little zhuzhing in your life. Second thing I would do around the time of this full moon is really work on any kind of block that you have to your confidence or your self-worth. Remember, the Leo is bold, it's on stage, it's seen, it's recognized as this very, very healthy ego. And every single one of us has some blocks to this, has something that is preventing us from shining brighter, has a block to step on stage, to be seen, to be recognized and praised. So I think we all can take a pause at the time of this full moon and really work on our confidence issues and our self-worth issues. If you are looking for attention from someone else, your boss, your lover, being recognized for something in your local community, first praise yourself for it. See, the beautiful energy with Leo is it's magnetic. So anytime we have illuminations in the sky dealing with Leo energy, we can magnetize things a lot better. We talk about in August, the 8-8 portal on August 8th. It is when the sun is in Leo season at 8 degrees, and we have this ability to really manifest things in our life. So now at the full moon, we have this ability as well. So how do we do this during a moon ritual? First things first, I would write down on a piece of paper everything that makes you, you. That makes you special, that makes you shine. Really build up your own confidence. What do you love about who you are? What do you love about your body? What do you love about things that you've decided and done and created in the past? Write down every single thing that makes you amazing. Start with that. And when you start seeing that worth, other people will see it too, no doubt. And the final thing I would do around the time of this full moon is maximize that Leo energy that wants to be seen and praised and recognized. It is a little bit of a diva, so go ahead and glam yourself up this weekend. Wear that outfit that you don't think is appropriate for the grocery store, but you feel great in it. Wear it. Go ahead and put on your makeup. Do a little extra that you don't normally do. If you never do your lashes, do your lashes. Even if you plan on staying at home and doing a whole lot of nothing, there is something so fabulous around sitting in your home just extra, right? Get that extra energy. Again, this is gonna help you be more confident. It's gonna help you be seen and recognized by other people. So glam yourself up, wear those clothes that you love, that you save for a rainy day. Just do the most this weekend. You can maximize and pull that magnetic energy of Leo in with your fashion, with the way that you appear, the way that you shine and radiate out into the world. Bonus points if you do a photo shoot with it. This is a great activity where when you're feeling good and you're feeling confident, get some photos. Have your partner, your children, set up a timer and get some amazing shots of yourself. And take one of those photos and either make it a screensaver or put it on your mirror so you can remind yourself how fabulous you are and how much you can radiate and shine out into the world. So I hope you use some of these rituals and activities. Get out there, shine bright, maximize this energy, find your blocks, and again, just roll with it as the energy is a little shocking, a little jolting, and people may not be on their best behaviors, but find the fun, joy, and entertainment in it and then move on. So with that being said, that is all I have to share with you with this full moon in Leo. There is a lot of other amazing energy going on in the sky for the month of February. So if you have not caught the February overview video, go ahead and check that out. We have Venus in Pisces, which is very dreamy. We have absolutely no retrogrades. We have Jupiter in Aries picking up steam, helping us take bold risks and step into leadership opportunities. So much goodness happening this month. And then in addition, the sun is going to move into Pisces, which is a whole shift of energy that we will be talking about a lot in March. And once we get to March, You guys, the energy is popping off. That's gonna be a whole change. There's gonna be things coming at us left and right. And by the time we get to May, we're gonna feel like we've lived an entire year. So understand that energy of February so you can plan that out. So you can go ahead and watch that video after this one. And if you want more relational astrology content, more short format videos that help you have better relationships, you can follow me over at TikTok at The Relational Astrologer. And don't forget about our Instagram page, holistic.soul.sisters. That is our community bulletin board. So you're gonna be notified of any new YouTube videos, new podcast episodes, any new workshops that we're doing. You're gonna be notified of sales within the Holistic Soul Sisters shop, or services that I'm offering, or any other new things that you need to be aware of within our Holistic Soul Sister community. So I will catch you over at one of those other platforms. And until the next video, I hope you have an amazing full moon in Leo. Go maximize that energy. Don't forget to fill out your journal prompts, and I will see you in the next video.